Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. I'm going to do a separate video for my regular content, which is cats, thrifting, museums, being a flight attendant, pink box donuts, whatever my content is. I'm going to do a separate video for the San Antonio Botanical Garden, which is where I am right now, because it looks like, even just walking in, it looks like there's going to be a lot to film. So I just walked into the very dramatic entrance. $18 unless you're college student or military. They didn't ask about being a senior. And I look like a senior, so usually they offer it. Are you a senior? Not yet! But there is, behind me, there is a plant sale going on. Here, there's a gift shop, which I'm definitely going to go into. I love a good gift shop. And let's start with the beginning, right? Very nice fountain. I'm going to walk around this lady. Sorry, honey. And let's start over here on the right. Let's see. H-E-B Discovery Center. H-E-B, is that the grocery store? Is that the Heb? But don't say Heb to a Texan because they'll get very upset. It's H-E-B. But there's a lot of what looks like rosemary or something. What's over here? I see chard. These are butterfly plants. Dormant. Alright, not too exciting. I'm sure this is better in a month or two when things are actually growing. Jalapeno peppers. Okay. Let's mosey along. It's chard. Got some Brussels sprouts over there. Alright, let's move along. Peach Grove, a little peach orchard. I'm sure this is much more interesting in a month or two. Got some peach blossoms just about to come out. That's nice. Is this a throughway? Oh, good. That's a very nice, peaceful location. Nice place to stop and take a break. Oh, that's mistletoe. That's a parasite. I thought the tree was growing new leaves, but no, that's all mistletoe up there. We see a lot of that in trees in Vegas. The water feature has a little stream that runs along. Yeah, pretty. This is a view from the other side of this little open space. This is called the watering hole. And a little memory just popped up out of nowhere. See this little slope? It must be designed like an amphitheater to allow people to sit there or something and look down over this space, I'm assuming. But a little memory of back when my brother was alive. You know, he passed when he was 5. So this is clearly a very long time ago because I was 8 years old. But I just had this memory of the two of us at the Roger Williams Park in Rhode Island, in Providence, Rhode Island, rolling down a very similar hill. We would lie on our sides and just roll, and go back up onto the top and roll. Like something out of the beginning of the, what was it, the Little House on the Prairie intro, you know, when they're rolling down the hill. This is called the Family Adventure Garden. All right, that sounds exciting. These buildings are giving me Logan's Run vibes, if you're old enough to remember the movie. I see lots of people down there. That must be somewhere to go. The Fern grotto. That sounds nice. Yeah, this is totally giving me Logan's Run vibes. Huh. I wonder if there's koi in that little pond over there. We'll find out. I think there's an orchid display happening over here. Let's check it out. Beautiful. I wonder if these look like they're for sale or something, don't they? Cacti anatomy. Flower, skin, fruit, stem. Okay. Rib root system. No big shocks there. Oh, pretty. Yeah, it looks like these are for sale or something. Or maybe they're about to be put into a display or something. Nice. They're doing some plantings here. I don't know what this plant is called. When I was little, my grandmother called it the Wandering Jew. Anyone else know what that plant is really called? I don't see any signs. Oh, that's not attractive. Oh, there are koi. Oh, there's a big giant fan goldfish or something. Let me see if I can see the size of its tail. Oh my god, it's huge. That's got to be 16 inches long, if not longer. Oh, and there's another one. Let's see if I can get it. I don't know if I can get it on camera. Oh, there it is. It's monstrous. That is a big fish, guys. Oh. Pretty. I don't eat fish, but I love the aesthetic and the form of a fish. This is a pretty one. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see it. The scales are all kind of gray and silvery. Matches the water. And there's little baby fish down there too. Neat. Love koi. Can you see the turtle? Little baby one right there. Love turtles. And there's another little turtle right there. They're little box turtles. Right there. Sweet little thing. Oh, I love my new phone. Look how nice and clear that is. So I had a turtle. I was 10. I think I was 10 years old, living in Alabama. I know, for a year in Daleville, Alabama. If anyone's familiar with Daleville, Alabama, let me know. That would be hysterical. I was in a double wide trailer in Daleville, Alabama. We had rescued a squirrel from a hawk, a little baby squirrel, not squirrel, rabbit, a little baby jackrabbit. And I had a turtle in a box. And I didn't know how much they smelled, or at least their little environment that I was able to maintain smelled horribly. So it didn't last very long, the turtle. I don't know how long it was till I discovered it was dead. Check out the Fern grotto right here. Ooh, it's very humid, as you'd guess, with all ferns. Excuse me. Oh, here are these orchids. Maybe they were just installing them. Pretty. Pretty. Especially if you live somewhere like I do in Las Vegas, where everything's so dry and gray all the time. This is quite refreshing. Very nice. Okay. I think we're done in the Fern grotto. I was just about to leave the Fern grotto because all these orchids kind of look like supermarket orchids until I looked at these. Look how beautiful these orchids are. Oh my gosh. Aren't these gorgeous? Wow. I don't see any signage to tell me what kind of orchid that is. I wonder if Google Lens will help me. They're beautiful. Google Images say that's a Venus slipper orchid. I don't know what that building is there, if it's something I'm missing, but they're doing a lot of construction inside, so we're going to go over there. It's a gorgeous day. Oh, these are olive trees. I kind of hate olive trees. They're pretty, but in Vegas, they're everywhere. And when they bloom, oh my God, my face wants to implode. I am so allergic to the pollen or whatever. of olive trees. I mean, I want to die. It's just awful. All right, let's go check out the exhibit room. I am here a little bit early. This whole section is going to be absolutely gorgeous in a while. These are all delphiniums, and oh my God, they're one of my favorite flowers ever. Just beautiful. Oh, there's some blooming over here. Such a pretty, pretty flower. Right there. That's so pretty. Do you have a favorite flower? Drop it in the comments. What's your favorite flower? My favorite flower is a cosmos. I know, not very dramatic. If you don't know what a cosmos is, picture a daisy drawn by a 4-year-old. That's a cosmos. They are super hardy. They grow best in roadsides and other abandoned areas, much like myself. Pretty, diaphanous, lacy, and they can grow huge. They can grow monstrously tall, but just covered in blossoms all season long, which is pretty much all spring and summer into fall. I just love cosmos. I know it's a trash flower for many people, but I love it. All right, this is the exhibit room. Very pretty. Yeah, there's some orchid something going on. There's a whole wall of orchids here. Pretty. Yeah, these are all orchids. Bromeliads up there. Ferns. You can see there's spores underneath their leaves there. And then there's this, which makes me think of Star Market. Stop and Shop. I don't know. Oh, look, an amaryllis. Weird to find an amaryllis here. Rubber tree plant. I think that's a rubber tree plant. My grandmother had one in her living room. Oh, that's not a rubber tree plant. What is that? I forget what that is. There's no sign. Pretty. Boy, look at that bromeliad. Is that what that's called, a bromeliad? Am I wrong? Beautiful. That's a rubber tree plant. My grandmother had one of these in her living room. It always had like 5 leaves on it. She never repotted it. It just kept the same size. It would grow a leaf and lose a leaf. Grow a leaf, lose a leaf. We've got some goldfish or baby koi or whatever. Right there, very pretty. Oh, it's nice and cool in here. Oh, that's pretty. That looks like a fern grotto to me. Interesting architecture within here. And this is the smaller of the 2 buildings. The one I pointed out that's under construction is much larger than this. I wonder what's inside there. Pretty variegated foliage here. It's very pretty. Indian laurel fig, this bonsai here. This is neat. At first it looks like an art installation here and right here. Really neat. But then you look on the ground and there's toys buried in the sand. These are sand boxes for children, but also art installations. Kind of cool, right? So I feel like I'm here a little bit early in this season because most things are just kind of struggling up out of the ground. But that's actually kind of the most exciting time too. Does anyone remember a TV show on PBS called The Victory Garden? Anybody? I had 2 plots in the Victory Garden, the one that you saw on TV, because I lived a block away from the Fenway Victory Garden and also 2 streets over from Fenway Ballpark, if you're familiar with the Red Sox. But I had two plots next to each other at the Fens, the Victory Garden. It's the last and the largest, I think, of all of the Victory Gardens from World War II, when people were encouraged to grow fruits and vegetables and food in their yards and in public spaces. So the Victory Garden was really important, but also just culturally in Boston, it was a cool place. I was so proud to have two spots there, and I loved it. I was obsessed with my garden. Unfortunately, my garden coincided with the end of my drinking. The last 4 or 5 years weren't very pretty. I would spend many days sitting in my garden, having weeded, done whatever I had to do. I'd sit back with a 12-pack and drink. Like, for example, I'd sit on this bench right here. Sit in this bench, I'd drink my beers, natural light ice. Oh, I'd drink it, and I'd throw the can behind me, like it would magically just disappear into the ether. And when I finally quit gardening, I looked behind me, and it looked like a junkyard of beer cans. I'm so sexy. Yes, but the excitement of walking into the garden after the ravages of winter, to walk in and see the plants coming up out of the ground, it kind of felt like I was having a little bit of a house party. And I'd walk around the garden and go, "Oh, look at you! Hi, welcome back to my garden." And they would just, they're creeping up out of the ground, but the promise of what was going to happen in that garden in the next month or two was always so exciting. And then the rewards of seeing these things, come up that you had fostered and things. It was really great. Why am I telling you this whole story? Are you shocked that I'm telling you a weird story like that? No. All right, let's continue. Let's see if I can put this phone, my new phone, to the test. I have a stand on it. Somebody asked me if I love my phone, if I love my new phone, if I'm happy I got it. And, outfit of the day, just a little polo shirt, jeans, and some Timberland. Yeah, I love my new camera. I love my new phone. Sound quality is amazing. Video quality is better. Battery life is better. I love it. It doesn't get as hot as my old phone does. This is the top of the Prickly Pear Pavilion. All right. I'm sure this is lovely with all sorts of vines growing on the side. I'm sure that I wonder why there's no wisteria here. Does wisteria not grow well here in Texas? Huh. Pretty. Look how fun this is. This little water feature with this sort of fake stream. Children, as I'm sure I'm seeing on my right hand side, would love to walk along and splash their feet. How much fun would this be as a kid? As I'm trying to cross over without getting my shoes wet. I love that. This is a great idea for children. Just give them a little bit of water. Instant fun. This sign was built for people like me. Please let the water flow. The creek pump will shut off if the water flow is blocked by dams. That's people like me. And someone here clearly has done the same thing I would have done, is tried to stop the water from flowing by making a dam of rocks. Would you have done the same thing? I would have done that. So, yeah, I'm sure no one pays attention to that sign. It's a beautiful day. I don't know much about cactus. Is this a prickly pear? Does anyone know? At first I'm looking at this going, oh, this is cool. And then I'm thinking, all these little children running by, but I don't feel any prickles. Any spikes, so that's good. I was just wondering, like, what about the kids running by, hurting themselves? All right. How beautiful is this snapdragon? It's roseate, golden, lovely. And there's these beautiful little poppies. Oops, the wind is not letting me capture it as much as I'd like to. How beautiful is that little poppy? We have little poppy heads here. Beautiful, beautiful. They're setting up for some kind of party here. I see giant bottles of vodka over there. Huh. I love the furniture. We plan, you party. This is totally bringing me right back to when I gardened in Boston. I really do miss those gardens. How pretty, right? So peaceful. Just the sounds of birds, the sound of the wind through the trees, no traffic. The occasional little whispers of people in the background. There's a rose garden over here. This must be magnificent in a month or so. I'll try and come back here just to see this rose garden. I'm sort of surprised to see this tulip here. Look how beautiful that is. I just don't know if I've ever expected to see tulips this far south, especially blooming at the beginning of March in Texas. Oh, and there's more over there. Yeah, who expected to see tulips in Texas in March? They're blossoming in Boston right now, I'm sure. Something you won't see much of, I don't remember seeing one, is a little sign near any of these specimens that will tell you what species you're looking at. I know this is a curly willow, just because it's a curly willow. But you will see a lot of signs like this sprinkled around the gardens here in memory of our brother Joe, his family names, and a little quote here which is beautiful. Society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in. Read that again. Really quite moving. Yeah, there's not a lot of signage regarding the individual plants. Oh, I see one. Black Spanish grape. Okay. But there are lots of little memorial signs around, so that's interesting. It is an absolutely flawless day here in San Antonio. Just gorgeous. I'm going to walk up there later. I don't know what this is. It looks like it should be a restaurant or something. I see a sign for a restaurant. That's good. And over here is a water savers garden or community. So that's interesting. I'll check this out. That's probably very much like what we'd find in Las Vegas in terms of drought-resistant plants. I just figured this out. So they have this little, what I thought was a shelter immediately, but what it is a rain catch to catch rain that falls or, dew or whatever, and to have it go into this canister. Oh, this little facade, it's got a whole roof made up of succulents and other plants. In the front, they've got this really fantastic rain chain. It's a series of little buckets that hang from each other. So as the rainwater fills the top bucket, it cascades down to the ones below. It's just really, really pretty. And loving this. This is interesting. I thought it was a shelter at first, but it really is built to capture rain and then to contain it inside that metal thing over there. I want to go see that fireplace over there. That's cool. I wonder if that's a nursery or if that's part of their plant sale. They're having a plant sale in March. Please no climbing. Okay, I can see that. And here they do have little markers letting us know what plants we're looking at here. That's nice. This is great. Oh, if I had real money, this would be what my backyard would look like. Especially this. Look at that. Don't you love it? Imagine sitting next to this crackling fire, looking out at here. Gosh, I would love this. Earlier, I said this wasn't very exciting, but I'll tell you, it's the opposite, and that's very nice. Just looking at these houses I just visited a moment ago. But walking through here, this little dirt road, surrounded by trees, about to bud into leaf. Seeing occasional people walking around, hearing my own footsteps on the sand and gravel. Little whispers of kids off in the distance. It's a beautiful day. Very nice. Thanks for coming along with me. And then I look up and I see a Southwest airplane in the distance up there, and I'm like, it's like moments where my inner self and my outer self merge, you know? Neat. Well, that's a great day. It's a beautiful day. How cool is this place? It's called the Auld House. I don't think these doors open, but I'll try. No. I'm going to sit right here for a moment and just enjoy that. This house is called the Auld House. It was originally built in the 1880s, just west of San Antonio. But a widow, Mrs. Auld, raised 7 children in this house, and it was relocated here. She raised 7 children in this house. It's a big house for 1880. Here's the overlook to the koi pond. And I can tell you, I can see that white koi. It's that big from all the way up here. Crazy. All right, let's see what's over there. And then hit the gift shop. And then go back to the hotel or something. I'm starving. I don't see any restaurants or cafes here. This is a circular path going up what I think is the highest point in this conservatory or botanical garden. Looks like lava rocks. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. Oh, what's that? Way back there. It's like a space needle or the stratosphere or something in Vegas. That's great. What is that? Huh. Yeah, I'm really digging my new phone. The camera is awesome. Huh. Overlooking San Antonio. Okay. That must be downtown San Antonio back there. And there is a sort of tower or something. You can't see, but the top is covered in prickly pear cactus. Enjoy this view all year long. Okay. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Oh, that's one of these giant chairs, but there's no one here to take a picture of me, so I have to do it myself. This isn't very comfortable. Hi. All right. Getting up is harder than getting up. It's an interesting little thing. How cute is this little house? Can you go in? No, that's not a real keyhole. Huh. All right. Oh, I know what this is. This is an example of an adobe house. I wonder if they purposefully left this open so you could see how it was built. But this is how an adobe house was built originally. One window. All right, that's cool. This cactus is so big I can't get it all in one frame. I think that's called a century plant or something. Look at this. It's like a root system of a tree made into a sculpture. That's cool. Looks like it's going to attack somebody. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Neat. Oh, wow. All right. So I've read about these plants. Like this plant is the same as that one, but this one has flowered, and you can see the flower. It's that trunk right there. That's a flower. So once they flower, I think they die. And that's it. dead. And that's it before it blooms. How cool is that? Ugh, it's ugly. Gorgeous day, nice breeze. Is this the building I was in earlier? Or is it that one over there? Oh, I don't think I was in here. It's cool. Yeah, I wasn't in here. Scaffolding up there. Oh, it's getting breezy. We're going to say goodbye to the Botanical Garden for now. We're going to check out the gift shop just before we leave. I love a good museum gift shop. And then we'll call a Lyft or an Uber. Gift shop. I love museum gift shops when they're good. Sometimes there's horrible gift shops. This looks promising already. Do I need a new watering can? How cute is this? I love that. I don't need it. My IKEA one works just fine. Pretty. Okay. Why am I attracted to that? I don't know. It's pretty shiny things. Oh, I like that. That'd be a great way to start off a seedling, right? How much is that? $36. I don't need it. Yeah. It's a flower frog. You stick your flowers in those holes, arrange them. It's an alright gift shop. See a ton of this in Las Vegas. It's pretty. I have hundreds of mugs I don't use. Glass blackberries for $9. Ah, it's cute. I'm almost tempted. Don't need it. I need a magnet for my refrigerator though. Oh, there we are. I'll take this one. It's on there very well. You know what? Let's go with this one instead. Yeah. No, I like that one. $12.99 on this magnet. Ugh, I almost didn't do it, but I spend more money in worse places. I love these little hair clips. I'm thinking of one of my coworkers. $26. I love her very much. Her hair is beautiful, but I'm not going to spend $26 on a hair clip. Well, the museum gift shop here was okay. I bought that $12 magnet. I shouldn't have, but and they had some chips and some sodas, but that's all they had for food. So I've had 2 boiled eggs and some hot sauce this morning for breakfast, and it is now 2:19 in the afternoon, so I need to eat more. My Lyft is showing up, so if this is its own separate video, thank you for joining me on this little journey. If not, if it's part of my regular video, well, the trip's going to keep on going, so I'll see you in a few minutes.